Welcome to Ms. Gillum's 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication with area models and partial multiplication tutorial. Those are a lot of words, but we will talk about each of them to help you understand how to solve 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. It has been a while since I've actually done a video because I have switched schools in the middle of the school year. Moved back to Arkansas, and I am now teaching 4th grade, so my content's going to switch a little. But if there is anything I can help you with, whether it's 4th grade all the way to 8th, Algebra 1, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to make a quick video for you. So let's get started. So I recommend to get ready for the video to have pencil and paper so you can work out the problems with me as I'm going through the video. If there is something that you are struggling with, please leave a comment below, or if I make a mistake, because it happens, we're not all perfect, let me know below. I will double check the video, but it still can happen. Okay, let's look at area models first. So let's start with 24 times 15. And I know if you are one of my 6th grade students, I stress not to use an X, but in 4th grade, an X is all they know because I tried using a dot and parentheses, and it was not good. They know now, so I'm just going to use an X because that's what they're used to seeing. But before we actually use area model or partial multiplication with 24 times 15, let's talk about estimation, because if you estimate a problem first, it'll help you know if your final answer is probably correct, or at least near where it should be. And I know some of you are thinking, Miss Gillum, are you crazy? I don't have time. Yes, you do have time. If you have time to get the answer correct and to work out the problem correctly, you have time to make sure your answer makes sense by estimating. So yes, I'm for real. We're going to estimate to check our answers. So in this problem, to estimate, we have 24 and 15. So 24 would round down to 20, and 15 would round up to 20. So then you would think 20 times 20. And if you were in my class, we worked on this week, you could think of this as 2 tens times 2 tens. And you know that would make 4, because hundreds is how we talked about this. Because you can think of it as 2 times 2 times 10 times 10 of decomposing the 20s. So this will make 4 times 100, and that gives me 400. So my answer approximately should be around 400. So if we get an answer later that isn't approximately 400 or around 400, then we may need to check our answer again. So now looking at the area model to solve 24 times 15, the first thing we need to do is break down 24 and 15 into their place values. So 24 can be broken down into 20 and 4. These two must add up to the 24. That's their place values. 20 is in the tens, the 4 is in the ones. 15 would be 10 and 5 because the 1 is in the tens place, which makes it a 10, and 5 is in the ones place. And now we need to add a rectangle. Now that we have our rectangle, we are going to place the numbers where they belong. So 24 is going to go on the top, and I'm going to break it into 20 and 4. So that is the length of the rectangle. And 15 is going to break down the width into 10 and 5. And if you think, why do we use area model? Well, to find the area of a rectangle, it's area equals length times width. So that's every multiplication problem that can be a rectangle area problem. If it's 2 digits, let me clarify. If it only has 2 digits. So next thing you're going to do to fill out each of these is you match up the numbers. So for example, this box belongs to 20 and 10 because they're connected to this one. This box will be 20 and 5. This box will be 4 for this length and 10 for this length. And this box will be 4 and 5. And I'm actually going to write all these in here to help you see. So we're going to do 20 times 10, which gives us 200. In the next box, we are going to do 4 times 10, and that gives me 40. And then we have 20 times 5, and that gives me 100. And this would give me 4 times 5, which is 20. So now that we have all of the numbers inside, we have to think, well, area means the entire inside. So we have to find all of this put together, which means we are adding these together. So if I'm looking at these to add, you would think, okay, I have 200, 100, 40, and 20. And when I add all this up, I get, whoops, that should have been 6. 360. And some of you could have done this in your head, but I wanted to show you how to add it as well. You could have went, okay, I have 200 plus 100 is 300, plus 40 is 340, plus 20 is 360. So our final answer for this problem is 360. Well, let's think about our estimate. Our estimate was 400. Is 360 close to the 400? Yeah, it's really close. So we know that the answer makes sense because it's close to our estimate. Okay, we are going to do 24 times 15 again, but this is using the partial multiplication method. So if you are used to the standard algorithm, this is more scaffolded than the standard algorithm and maybe not exactly what you are looking for. So the first thing you have to do is line them up vertically. So we have 24 times 15. Remember, vertically is going up and down, and horizontally is going left to right, in case I use the terms again. So for this, you are thinking about place value. So first thing we're going to look at is 5 times 4. Well, that gives me 20, so you write 20 down. And then next, we're going to do 5 times 20. Remember when we broke down 24 in the last one? We did 20 and 4. Well, this 2 actually represents 20, so you have to multiply it if it was 20. So 5 times 20 is 100. So real quick, we have 5 times 4 and 5 times 20. Okay, we're distributing that 5 to every part of the 24. So next, we have to think, well, what does this 1 represent? Think about it. You're right, it was 10 because we had 10 and 5 here. So next we do 10 times 4, and then we're going to do 10 times the 20. So if you think 10 times 4, that's 40. 10 times 4. And then 10 times 10 is 200. 10 times 10. And then we just have to add all that. 0, 6, 3. Look, we got 360 again. And you can see that all of these numbers are the exact same thing you did in the area model. Let's try a few more problems. Okay, I want you to set up an area model that is 36 times 82. I want you to pause the video, try it on your own, and then we will walk through it together. Welcome back. I hope you've already set up your area model and are ready to start working. So remember, step 1, decompose the numbers. So we have 30 and 6, and we have 80 and 2. So 80 and 2 are going to go on the top because the length is greater than the width. So I am going to put the 2 over here and my 80 here. And then you have 30 and 6. Okay, so first things we should be thinking about in this first box is 30 times 80. So think about that. 3 times 8 is 24, and we have the 2 zeros, which is 2,400, because remember, it's 10 times 10 is 100. So the 24 would actually be 2,400. And then next we'll have the next box, which is the 80 times the 6. So 6 times 8 is 48, but then it's 80, so it's 480. Okay, and then next we have 2 times 30 for this box, which that one's pretty easy, is just 60. And in the last box, we have 6 times 2, which is 12. Okay, this might be one of those that's a little more difficult to add up in your head. So go ahead and set it up and add it. And if you would rather put the biggest number on bottom, I'll do it that way this time for adding, because I know some people prefer least to greatest, and that is completely okay. So we have 2 here. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 8 is 15. So carry that 1 because it goes up a place value. And then 1 plus 4 is going to be 9. And then 2. So we think our answer is 2,952. But let's estimate to check. So 36 is going to round to 40. And 82 is going to round to 80. And so 4 times 8 is 32. But we have 10 times 10, which is 100. So it would be 3,200, which is 3,200. So yes, our answer is really close. It's not crazy off. I mean, it's not super exact, but we did round up quite a bit. So yes, this answer does make sense. Okay, let's do this one using partial multiplication. I'm going to give you a second to set it up and then we'll work it out. Okay, so the first step would be to set it up. Once again, I just like to put the bigger number on top. It's completely your choice. It doesn't matter. So 79 times 42. I always start with my 2 times 9, which is 18. And this might help if you write it off to the side what it is that you're multiplying. 2 times 9 is 18. So I go here to here. And then 2 times, remember, if I decompose this, this would be 70 and 9. So this is actually 70. So 2 times 70 is 140. Okay, and then next, I'm going to switch colors real quick. You have the 4D times 9, because once again, if you decompose, 40 times 2, 40 and 2. So 40 times 9 is 360, because 4 times 9. Okay, and then we have 40 times 70. So we have to think, okay, 40 times 70. 4 times 7 is 28, but we have the 100, so it's 2,800. And then we can add this. So we have 8, 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 6 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. Carried the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So this time, for our answer, we got 3,318. So let's check to make sure this answer makes sense. So if we estimate, we have 40, again, times 80, which we know from the last problem is 3,200. So 3,200 is our estimation. 3,318 is our final answer, and they are close. So more than likely our answer is correct unless we just simply added something wrong. So I want you to pause the video and try this problem on your own. Either way, you choose now. Do you like the area model or do you prefer partial multiplication? And then once you're ready to work it out, restart the video. Welcome back. I hope you worked this out on your own. So I will do it actually both ways. I'm actually going to draw the rectangle so it's not going to be as pretty because I'm hand drawing it. So first thing I do is decompose 63 into 60 and 3 and 58 into 50 and 8. And I'm going to set up my area model, so I have 60 and 3 and then I have 50 and 8. Sorry for the noise, my heater came on again. So in this one, I should be thinking 60 times 50. Well, I know 60 or 6 times 5 is 30, but I also have that 100 to think about. So this would be 3,000. Okay, next I have 3 times the 50, and that is 150. Okay, and then we have 60 times 8. So 6 times 8 is 48, so it's actually 480 because we have to add that 0. sorry, I keep saying add the 0. You should be thinking that it's got to be in the it needs to be in the hundreds place. And then 3 times 8, which is 24. So then we would just need to add these. So we have 24, 150, 480, and 3,000. Notice I'm lining up all of my digits by place value. So this is 4, 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 8 is 15, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, and then 3. So I got 3,654. And once again, I'm going to estimate 60 times 60. 6 times 6 is 32, so this will be 3,200. Because once again, think about it as 6 times 6 times 10 times 10. This would be 32 times the 100, which gives you the 3,200. Okay, also if you chose to do it vertically, or partial multiplication, you have 8 times 3, which is 24. You have 8 times 60, which is 480. And then you do 50 times 3, which is 150. And then you do 50 times 60, which is the 3,000. And then if we add again, 4, 15, carry the 1, 6, 3. We notice we get the same answer. It doesn't matter which way we do it. And what I want you also to see is I'm going to color code so you can see where they match. This matches the red over there. This matches the blue over there. This matches the purple, and then let me get a red, or no, not the red, what I'm missing, green, is the 24 times 3. So I hope you noticed that whether you use the area model or partial multiplication, you will end up with the same number. So it's really about preference, which way your brain works the best. I have students in my class that prefer the area model. I have students in my class that prefer partial multiplication. I do have them practice both. Great job today. I hope this video really helped. If you have any other questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments. If there is a certain type of problem you would like me to work out, just leave a comment and I'll be more than happy to help. Have a great day.